Subscribers. Okay, so this video is long overdue, and firstly I just want to apologize for kind of ghosting on our channel this summer. It has just been very hectic, very emotional, a very just trying time for myself and our family. I just want you guys to know that if I'm ever gone for a couple of weeks or any amount of time, just be praying for us, because it usually means that something is going on with our family or with myself. And right now we could still use a lot of your guys' prayers, and I'm gonna get into that in just a minute. Here in Oregon, the boys get out of school like June 15th, around then. So it was around then that was my last video that I shared, and that was actually a throwback video because we were just kind of getting into this crazy summer that we were about to embark on. The main gist of all of this video is just that I had a lot on my plate this summer and YouTube just had to take a back seat. There was just no way I could keep up with the schedule that I wanted to do for you guys and for ourselves as well. So again, I apologize for that. After the boys got out of school, it was very difficult. Braylon, our 7-year-old, who, if you guys don't follow us regularly, Jacob and Braylon, they're both autistic, our oldest boys. And Braylon had a very hard time transitioning. He regressed a lot. We saw a lot of issues that we used to struggle with, like him trying to escape from our house and run down the road to the park, and just all of these things that really took my attention. There was no way that I could sit down and edit a video when I was running the risk of not keeping a close enough eye on him. So it scared me half to death that we were seeing some of these issues come back. I was very stressed out with that in the beginning of the summer. Having 5 kids home all together, 8 and under, is really difficult in itself, and Drew does work a lot during the week, so I really didn't get any downtime. And I feel like the downtime I did have, all I wanted to do was spend it enjoying my family, enjoying my husband, because when Drew was gone, it was just kind of survival mode, to be honest. That was kind of what was going on with Braylon, what's been going on this whole summer. And then actually in August, Drew had to leave for military training. He just got home 2 days ago, and it feels so much better now that he's here. It's kind of crazy how much just those few hours at night seeing him and being able to process and decompress and vent to him really does just keep me sane. And the fact that he's got 3-day weekends every weekend, that is a really big thing that I need to reboot myself, and I just was not getting that. Like all through August, I did not get that. August was very, very difficult. I give huge props to single mamas out there, large family single moms. You guys are incredible, because I nearly lost it. And we had a lot of doctor appointments as well, which I'm going to get into in just a minute. It's pretty much the biggest reason why I have also been off YouTube for a minute, because there's been some unexpected news in our family that we've needed a little bit of time to process. I felt like I was not going to get emotional, but I might get emotional, so I apologize right now if I get emotional talking about this, but we are still processing and still learning a lot right now with something that is going on in our family. But I do think it's another big reason for me to get back on YouTube and really share this part of our family's journey that we're going through right now, because I know that I'm probably not the only mom that's going through stuff like this, or parent or grandparent or person who is processing these things and learning these things. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and get into it. Around the time that the boys got out of school, and actually before that, we were a little bit concerned with Penelope and her vision, because she wasn't really tracking yet, but she was 2.5 months old, so the doctors weren't really worried about anything yet, or any, like, you know, they said the outer parts of her eyes looked fine, her pupils were reacting to light and all the good stuff. So, you know, we just kept waiting. But she turned 3 months on June 10th, and I know she was born a couple weeks early, but I think our family was really starting to get concerned about the time that I got off of YouTube. That's something, sorry, that something may be going on with her eyes. So it wasn't until closer to the end of June that we finally got our pediatrician to agree that something may be going on. And it was because he was trying to do another eye exam on her, and she was getting upset because obviously he was trying to hold her eyes open, and I was calming her down with my voice, and he said that I could tell she's listening, she hears you and she's looking for you, but obviously she's not looking at you. And then he finally agreed that something could be going on in the inner part of her eye that he cannot see, the retina. So it was a very long wait, probably the hardest month of our lives. Sorry. The pediatric ophthalmologist in Medford, which thankfully is only an hour away, she is, I guess, the only pediatric ophthalmologist within like a 5-hour radius of us. So her wait is really long. So we had to wait until July 19th was our appointment. And so it was about a month that we were waiting and just kind of wondering, you know, if anything is going on. And I feel like the more we waited, the more apparent it became that, like, she was delayed in like her ability to track, and her eye movements were just kind of all over the place. So at this point we were kind of thinking that it was going to be nystagmus, which is rotary eye movements, like uncontrollable eye movements, because of the muscle in her eye we thought wasn't strong enough, because the doctor has always kind of told us that she did have low muscle tone. So that kind of made sense to us, and you know, it was still something to process, but I was talking to other parents, and that still seemed very hopeful that, like, she could still see us and stuff. It's just like hard for her to control her eye movement. So, and the doctor wasn't thinking it was going to be anything more serious than that either, I think, because her pupils were reacting to light. He did not feel that she was going to be blind or anything like that. So that was hopeful. So anyways, we were just kind of holding on to hope for the best news possible. And we went to our appointment July 19th. Sorry. I really did not think. I've really had a lot of time to process, I feel like. And I've actually been able to talk to friends, some of my friends, about what's going on with her without crying. So I thought I was going to be able to do this video without crying. I just apologize if it's bothering anybody that I'm crying. So anyways, July 19th, we took her to her appointment. My mom came out to watch the boys for us. So it was just me, Penelope, and Drew. Drew was still here, thankfully. And we went out to Medford, and the appointment was about 3 hours long. The first part of the appointment went really well. Like she said, everything looked good on her outer parts of her eyes. Everything's healthy, which is what, you know, what we already knew. They had to dilate her eyes to look inside her retina. And that was the hardest part, because we were just so scared of what we were going to hear. But I was just holding Drew's hand the entire time, and just praying. And then she turned on the lights, the doctor turned on the lights, and she let us know. She said, I wish that I had good news for you guys, but I don't. And I will never forget that. My heart was just like in my throat. She went on to tell us that Penelope, her maculas in her eyes are being affected by dark pigment around her maculas, which I'm sure a lot of you guys like won't know like the eye terminology. I definitely have been having to do a lot of research. Most of the end of my summer has just been late nights researching everything. She has dark pigment around her maculas, which controls, the macula controls her central vision. So there's cones and rods basically that help us see in our retina, and those are being damaged on her macula. So the pediatric ophthalmologist believes that Penelope is severely visually impaired, if not legally blind. And I've had to do a lot of research on this, but apparently, you know, there's a difference between being legally blind and being blind. So we do believe that she has light perception and shadow perception, which is great because she will probably be able to walk around a little bit better during the day, because she'll be able to see like some shadows. If things are in her way, she could probably walk around them. We don't know how good her shadow and light perception will be because it is different for everybody. It seems like people who have light and shadow perception can get themselves around a little bit better, so that's very helpful. The blind and visually impaired community has been an awesome resource for me to learn from and to process and to and to just kind of visualize what Penelope's life may look like now. That's all been really helpful to me. We've had a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of evaluations. We're going to be starting her therapies and everything. She's going to be doing physical therapy, and we're going to meet with the vision specialist next week. So I'm just excited to like get her going on that. She's still such a happy little baby, you guys. She's so amazing. I just love her. Like, if anything, I feel like this whole experience has brought me so close to her. You know, as a mother, I already love my babies, you know, to the end of the world. But I feel like my mama bear has really come out with her, and I just want to do everything that I can to give her the most in life and the best life, and I know that I will. And the people, just our friends and family who have really helped us during this time and just reassured us, you know, like, just because, and I know this too, after having 2 autistic boys, the scariest part of all of this is just the unknown. You know, I've never raised a visually impaired kiddo before, so this is going to be a whole new thing. This is all new to me, but the more that I'm learning and the more that I'm educating myself, you know, just the more hopeful I am and the better I feel about things. Knowledge is truly power, and it truly does help. You know, when we first got her diagnosis and everything, it was just scary. It was just scary because I was uneducated and didn't know, but it was YouTube channels like Molly's that really helped me to be educated and see that this is just going to be a stepping stone for her. This is just going to be, you know, a new way of life, and it will become normal to us. I know it will. And she's still going to have an amazing life. She still has so many people who love her, and she is so beautiful, you guys, inside and out. It doesn't matter if she sees the world differently than we do. But again, it's an emotional process, and I know that I need to let myself process, and through that, I'm just gaining strength for my daughter. Anyways, you guys, that's where we've been this summer. The summer has been, like I said, very trying, very emotional, and I just apologize again for being away. My family will always come first, and the reason why I do YouTube is for my family to create these memories, as well as to help other families or other moms or anybody else out there who's feeling alone or like they're going through something. That is really what I wanted my channel to be about. That's why I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy watching other large families on YouTube. I feel like it makes me feel not alone in some of these struggles, and that's why I do YouTube. It's a creative outlet for me. It creates memories and tells our family's story through video, which I love. We go through hard times in our family, just like everybody else goes through hard times in their family. And you know, I'm a strong believer that God gives us these challenges in our life so that we can overcome them and become stronger. And I'm a firm believer in that. So, and I do believe that we are all here to help each other out. So it is now September. The boys are finally going back to school. Jackson, actually this is some exciting news, some happy news for our family. Jackson is starting preschool this year. We are so excited. He cannot wait to start school. He's so excited. It's adorable. And I did actually vlog us touring his preschool, so I will have that vlog out sometime. I do believe our channel will probably be reduced to 1 to 2 videos a week right now. My schedule should be a lot more open now that I'm going from 5 kids at home during the week to 2 kids at home during the week. But like I said, Penelope is going to start these therapies and everything, so I don't know what that's going to look like into our schedule. I do want to be more active on here again. I want to be putting out new videos every week, whether it's 1 or 2. Having you guys follow us along with Penelope's journey through all of this as well. Which leads me into the final thing I'm gonna let you guys know. We are starting a GoFundMe account for Penelope, and I'm making a separate video for that. So please go check that out. It should be uploaded right after this one, but it's gonna explain a little bit more about her eye condition. And we actually did, because of my mama bear-ness and my constant research, we did actually find a doctor who believes he can help her. So we are on a mission. We have already made the appointment with him for her first round of treatment. There's probably going to be 4 rounds of treatment he's going to do with her in the first year, and every treatment is going to run us about $5,000. So we're trying to raise the money for her first year's treatment through our GoFundMe account, which will be a whole separate video, like I said. If you have a minute to check that out, please do, or share it with your friends. We're very hopeful. I am just praying every day that this will give her a little bit more vision. Okay. I've been kind of dreading making this video because I knew I actually didn't think I was gonna get emotional, but I just knew it was gonna be a tougher video for me to make for you guys. But I hope that you can just show us grace and forgive us for kind of up and leaving this summer. Like I said, I'm gonna do my very best to be putting out 1 video a week for you guys, and myself too, because this was an important thing for myself, to have that time to be creative and to make these memories for my family. I thank every single one of you guys who has stuck around through these 2.5 months and waited for our return on our channel. It really means the world to me. I know some of you have also been following us on Instagram still, and I know a lot of your names on Instagram when I see them too. And so I thank you for just wanting to be here and following along with our journey still. Okay, I think that's it, guys. We love you. We've missed you. And if you aren't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and follow along with us. I hope you all had an amazing summer, and we'll see you in our next video. All right, bye.